Here we are again. It's another English Addict live stream. I hope you are feeling okay today. Here we go again. Yes, we are all together again, as live can be, from the birthplace of the English language. Yes, it is English Addict Live, coming to you from... Oh, surprise, surprise! It's England! Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you feeling happy? Are you happy today? I hope you are not feeling outraged by anything today, because we would appear to be living in a very strange age where everyone is becoming outraged by something. So I hope you are not feeling too outraged by anything today. I feel okay, not too bad. Yes, we have made it once more to the end of the week. It's Friday. Can you see what I've got here? I have my lovely box of delights. Inside here is something lovely, something gorgeous, something delicious. Now, I'm not talking about Mr. Steve. I'm talking about a certain type of food in this box. We will take a look at what is in my box of delights a little bit later on. But meanwhile, we have other things to do. Yes, for those who don't know who I am, my name is Mr. Duncan. I teach English on YouTube. I've been doing this for ever such a long time. How long, I hear you ask? I've been doing this for nearly 14 years. 14 years on YouTube. That's a very long sentence to serve, by the way. A very long one indeed. So that's what I do. I talk about the English language. However, you will notice I'm not like other English teachers. I'm not sexy. I'm not young. I don't have a fast car. I don't go on foreign holidays all around the world, showing off my beach resort. I don't do that, you see. I don't do any of those things. I stand here in my little studio in England talking about English, and of course I'm here with you. When, Mr. Duncan, when are you here with us? I'm here with you every Sunday, Wednesday and Friday from 2 p.m. UK time is when you can find me. Sunday, Wednesday and Friday, which is today. Yes, the weekend is just around the corner. I hope you're feeling okay. Steve, right now, as I talk to you, Steve is outside. However, he is having a breath of fresh air whilst eating a sandwich. However, Steve yesterday evening, Steve was outside doing some work, and during the night we had a lot of rain. And if you look now, you will see that Mr. Steve has covered some of the work that he's been doing. So now he's putting cement in between all of those pieces of concrete to keep them in place, and also to stop the grass and the weeds from growing through them. But last night we had a lot of rain, so Mr. Steve has put some tarpaulin. I love that word, tarpaulin. It is a type of thick material that you use for covering things, and it protects all of the surfaces, all of the things that you want to keep dry, it protects them from the rain. And there you can see Mr. Steve has to put cement in between all of those pieces of concrete. Look at that, all of that. So over the next few days, Steve is going to be filling all of those small gaps with cement. Good luck with that, Mr. Steve. Good luck with that. Dear. Mr. Steve has a big job, a very big job to do. By the way, Steve will be with us on Sunday. Don't forget, every Sunday I'm here as well. And it isn't just me on Sunday, because you have Mr. Steve as well joining us, sharing our love of the English language, because we are all English addicts. And for those who were asking the other day, look, you can see now there is a clock on the screen. People always say, Mr. Duncan, you never listen to our suggestions. I do. And there, look, you see, your suggestion has been noted. And I've taken action, because now we have a lovely clock. You can see it's 11 minutes past 2 o'clock here in the UK, to prove that this is definitely live. Thanks for joining me today. We also have the live chat. I can't forget the live chat. How? How can I forget the live chat? I really can't. I will say hello to you in a moment. Coming up today, we have our strange English words. It is something that has become traditional for Friday. We also have the sentence game. Today, the sentence game will be all about parts of the body. Ooh, Mr. Duncan, I hope you don't use any rude words like you did on Wednesday. Did you see Wednesday? I played an excerpt from one of my lessons, and there was some swearing in the lesson. I forgot that there was some swearing in that lesson. But it went out, and of course I did apologise for all those who were outraged by it. Fortunately, no one was. No one was offended by it. Well, I suppose we all do it. We all say naughty words from time to time. We all swear. I think so. I do it sometimes. I'm sure you do it. You might be doing it now whilst I'm talking to you. You might be swearing at your computer screen. Oh no, not that bloody idiot again. I can't stand him. That sort of thing. Hello to the live chat. I don't want to forget you. Oh, we are going to look at some popular English meals. This is one of the questions I'm often asked about England. Mr. Duncan, what do English people eat? Well, of course, the obvious answer is food. However, there are certain types of food, certain things that are eaten quite a lot in this country. So that's what I'm going to look at as well. We have the sentence game, as I mentioned. We have weird words. We will also be looking at an excerpt from my first ever full English lesson, the first ever one. Do you remember all those years ago when I started making my full English lessons? Also, we will be looking at an excerpt from one of my lessons all about senses. The senses. How many senses do we have? Most people accept that we have 5 senses. However, there are some people who believe that there is a 6th sense. Some people believe you can hear the spirits. You can get in touch with the other side. What about you? Do you believe that? Not many people do nowadays. For some reason, we have all or we are all slowly becoming enlightened. Isn't that nice? So, the live chat. Mosen, hello to you. Guess what? You are first today on the live chat. Congratulations. Ooh, I enjoyed that clap. That was a good round of clapping there. I hope you enjoyed that. Hello, Mosen, Richard, Grace Chin. Hello, Grace. Nice to see you here as well. Beatrice, Victor. Hello, Mr. Duncan. I am from Poland. Hello, Poland. Apparently, it is hot at the moment in Poland. Guess what? It is quite warm here. However, if we look outside, so this is the back garden at the moment. You can see it isn't raining. However, we have had a lot of rain, even though today it is very cloudy, slightly windy, overcast. There is no sun, but it is quite warm. So over the next few days, we are going to have some very warm weather. Unfortunately, it's not going to be sunny. In fact, it would appear that we are going to get a lot of rain over the next few days, which isn't good news. I know it's not good news. It is summertime, and at this time of year we are supposed to be enjoying the warm sunshine. However, all we are enjoying at the moment is the warm rain. No. Okay, you can't do much about the weather, really. Oh, by the way, some exciting news. A lot of people getting excited. Next Monday, the shops are reopening, everyone. We can all run out and buy things again here in England. Isn't that exciting? Are you excited? Oh, I can't wait. And as a way of preparing us, for this big event, the UK government has sent these to our houses. Now, I wasn't sure what it was this morning when it came from my letterbox. I thought it was one of Mr. Steve's codpieces, because Mr. Steve has some underwear that looks like this, you see. So I thought this was a piece of Mr. Steve's underwear, but apparently it isn't. This is the face mask that the British government has sent for me to wear. If I go outside, if I go into the street, if I go near any other human being, why would I do that? I have to put this on. Although I'm not sure where it goes. Does it go over my face or does it go somewhere else? It looks like something you would wear on the beach. Fortunately, to stop me from getting confused, the government have sent a very useful thing to me. So this is a piece of paper that came with that item. Would you like to see what they sent? This is it. Instructions on how to wear a face covering. A cloth face covering should cover your mouth and nose while allowing you to breathe comfortably. It can be as simple as a scarf or a bandana that ties behind the head. Wash your hands or use hand sanitizer before putting it on and after taking it off and after use. This is very useful information, isn't it? Are you enjoying this? Avoid touching your eyes, nose or mouth at all times and store used face coverings in a plastic bag until you have an opportunity to wash them. But do you have to wash the plastic bag as well? They don't tell us that. They don't tell us what to do with the plastic bag. So maybe we have to put the plastic bag inside another plastic bag. I don't know. Don't touch the front of the face covering or the part of the face covering that has been in contact with your mouth and nose. Once removed, make sure you clean any surfaces the face covering has touched. Whew, this is a lot of information. I'm not sure if I can remember all of this. You should wash a face covering regularly. It can go with other laundry. So I suppose I could put my face mask in with my underwear. I just hope I don't get it mixed up. I don't walk around the town with my underpants over my face. It can go in with the other laundry using your normal detergent. Oh, that's good. So I don't have to buy any special washing powder. That's good. When wearing a face covering, take care to tuck away any loose ends. I'm not sure what they mean by that. What loose ends? Do you mean the string that holds it onto your face? So there's some more information here as well. They've sent even more information. And this is very kind. The British government has sent a lovely thank you letter. Thank you for your flexibility in working from home over the past 12 weeks. We know that it has been challenging for many, and we appreciate your commitment in prioritising the health and safety of your loved ones, your colleagues, and the people and patients we serve. To continue prioritising your safety and the safety of others, you will find enclosed reusable cloth masks to use when you are unable to socially distance. Please note that it is mandatory to wear face coverings on public transport from the 15th of June. Mandatory. That's a great word. Mandatory or mandatory. That word means something you have to do by law. You have no choice. So if you go outside from the 15th of June, you will have to wear a face mask. You will have to cover up a face mask with a face mask. Put it over your face. That's where it goes. It goes on your face, you see. It's a face mask. So I thought maybe this was a pair of Mr. Steve's underwear, but it isn't. It is a face mask. One of the strange things, of course, what happens if you want to rob a bank? Do you take your face mask off? So is it the other way around now? Very confusing. This is all too confusing for me. I don't know about you. It's very confusing for me. Hello, Connell. Hello, Francesca. Hello, Maria. Oh, Maria. I'm saying hello to Maria. Nice to see you here, Maria. Also, Beatrice, Zazuki is here. Florence, Anakobi, Husna. Also to CBEBO66. It's a very interesting name for your pseudonym, as we say. Pseudonym. Oh, I like that. Do you know what a pseudonym is? A pseudonym is an assumed name. It is a name that you use. Maybe if you are in public, or maybe if you have a certain profession. Perhaps a writer will have a pseudonym or a nom de plume. Do you like that? Is there anyone there? Are you outraged? Outraged. I'm outraged. Do you know what I'm outraged by today? I'm outraged because I can't find any ladyfingers. I can't. I've looked in the shops. Here in Much Wenlock, I've been into all of the shops that sell food, and I've asked if they have ladyfingers, and they don't. So I'm really annoyed that I can't have my lady fingers, my lovely sponge fingers that I want to put into my jelly. But I can't, unfortunately. I can't do it. It's not fair. It's not fair. I'm outraged by that situation. Hello, Maria again. Hello also, Mika. Hello, Mika. Has anyone seen Luis Mendez? I haven't seen Luis. I was a little worried on Wednesday because I haven't seen him. And normally, Luis will send me a message. He will send me a little message just to let me know he's all right in my email box. Hello also, Francesca. Thomas is here. Hello, Thomas. Nice to see you. Oh, here we go. It's English with... I kept saying your name incorrectly. I'm sorry. Is it Arkshaw? Arkshaw. English with Arkshaw. Have I said it right this time? Sometimes I can't pronounce the names. It's not fair. Hello also, Irene. Also, Valeria. Hello, Valeria. We have a plant in our garden called Valeria. Hello also, Tamara. And Michael. Victorine. Thank you very much for joining me today. Hellman. Or Hi Man. Hi Man. Nice to see you here today. Is it possible to learn English by myself? Yes, it is. There are many ways of learning English on your own. You can read, listen, write. You can watch my English lessons. And of course, if you want to speak English as well, you can listen to your own voice, record your voice, and then play the sound of your voice back. So there are many ways of learning English on your own. In fact, you might find that there are many people who do that. They actually study English by themselves. Although I think it would be useful to find someone else, maybe a group of people who might also want to learn English as well. You can share your love of the English language. That is one of the reasons why I do this, you see. I do this because I want to give you a chance to listen to English, talk about English, learn English. It's all about English because I am an English addict and I have a feeling that you are as well. Hello, Florence. Florence, Mr. Steve works so hard. You are right. I don't disagree. I think you are correct there. Steve works very hard. He does. Julia, Mr. Duncan, how old were you when you started making your lessons? I know what you're doing. You're trying to find out how old I am. I started making my lessons on YouTube in 2006. Can you believe it? 2006. Do you remember way back in 2006 that there were so few things to worry about? Life was fantastic. Especially when you compare it to now. I mean, now I have no idea what's going on at the moment. I think we live on planet outrage. We are all feeling outraged about something at the moment. Hello also, Augustina. Nice to see you as well. Also we have Waldo. Hello, Waldo. Boobies? I don't know what you mean there. What are you saying? I'm offended by that. I'm outraged. Everyone's getting outraged today. Hello, Mr. Duncan. Please, Mr. Duncan, can you tell us, is it necessary to learn English slang? Thank you, Ua Baham or Bemain. I'm having difficulty pronouncing your names. Please don't shout at me. Well, English slang is used, however, it is not used very often. Don't confuse slang with idioms. Slang is when we use a certain word regularly in a certain way, but not its original use. However, idioms, you will find idioms used a lot more often in English. So slang, you might find that slang, certain slang terms, are only used in very small areas. So yes, slang, I think it's useful. Idioms, very useful. Hello also to Latif. Hello Latif. Nice to see you. I am watching in Oman. Hello to you in Oman. Nice to see you here as well. It is humid here right now, says Sue Jin. To be honest with you, it's quite humid here in the studio because I have my lights switched on. Hello also to Florence, Fly or Die. Hello to you as well. Sujin says our government has given us face masks as well. I'm still not sure if this is Mr. Steve's underwear or not. It doesn't smell like it. Hello to Reshma and hello to everyone. We are now caught up with the live chat. Hello Adrian as well, watching in Mexico. Hi to you also. A lot of things coming up. We have a very busy lesson today. I must be honest with you. We have a very busy lesson. Lots of things to show you. Would you like to have a look at some popular British meals? Would you? Now this is something I've been asked about quite a few times, and I thought today, well, first of all, I love food. There is some food in this box, by the way. But do you know what is in this box? I will show you later on. Don't go away. But we are also going to have a look at some British meals that we often have here in the UK. So these are meals that are sometimes eaten at certain times of the day, or maybe they are certain types of meals that contain a popular type of food. There is one particular type of food that the British love very much. Maybe even two types of food that British people love very much. Here is one of them. By the way, I should warn you because I don't want people to become outraged by these pictures. There will be some meat. We do like eating meat here in the UK. We are a nation of meat eaters. So some of these meals do contain meat. I'm saying it now, so please don't become outraged. Please don't shout at me. Don't shoot the messenger, as we say. Here's the first one. So this is something that we eat on Sunday. Sunday, a lot of people will sit down together as a family and they will share their Sunday roast. Sunday roast. So it is popular on Sunday to sit down with the family completely together and you will have your Sunday roast dinner. Quite often you will have some green vegetables, potatoes. You can see there is some beef. So the meat on the plate there is beef. And normally when you have beef, you have a certain thing on the side of your plate called a Yorkshire pudding. Have you ever seen a Yorkshire pudding? So that is what we often have at the weekend, a Sunday roast. Some people have beef, some people have chicken, some people have cold ham. So it depends really. Some people have lamb or maybe lamb chops. Some people might have a vegetarian meal instead of meat. So that is a very popular type of meal that we have here in the UK. On Sunday, people will sit down together and have their Sunday roast. Another one? Oh, now this is something called a full English breakfast. Oh, Mr. Duncan, that's the same name as your English lessons, full English. Yes, that's the reason why I call my full English lessons full English lessons. So it is taken from the full English breakfast, you see. So this particular breakfast is, well, first of all, you will notice there is a lot of food on the plate. Not only that, it is also quite unhealthy as well. It is very unhealthy. Your full English breakfast. And this particular breakfast has bacon, beans, baked beans. I love baked beans. Can I just say, British people love baked beans. We are crazy about baked beans. We really are. I can't begin to tell you how much British people love baked beans. You will also see egg. There is a fried egg and some sausages as well. Sausages. You can have pork sausages or maybe beef sausages. Or, of course, you can have vegetarian sausages as well. So that it is possible nowadays to eat sausages that have no meat in them. Also on the side of the plate you can see some mushrooms as well. By the way, I don't like mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms at all. I don't. Bacon, baked beans, egg, sausages, mushrooms, and quite often you will have some toast on the side as well. Some toast. A very popular type of meal. Full English breakfast. If you ever stay in a hotel here in the UK, you will often see the full English breakfast being served in the morning. Amazing! Oh, I love full English breakfasts. I really do. Very nice. Well, except I don't like the mushrooms. I normally take the mushrooms off. Here's another one, another popular meal here in the UK, sausage and mash. Now, when we say mash, we mean mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes. Sausage and mash. This, once more, is a very popular meal. If there's one thing the British enjoy eating, it is potatoes. Potatoes and baked beans are very popular indeed, as you will see in a moment. So this is a very simple meal. Something Mr. Steve and myself, we like to eat this sometimes. We have sausage, mashed potatoes, also gravy with some onions. Onion gravy is amazing. And quite often you will have some vegetables on the side as well. Here's another one, another popular meal that we eat here in the UK. As I mentioned, there is one thing we love here in the UK, and that is beans on toast. Ooh, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling hungry. I'm getting a little bit hungry at the moment. Hungry. Beans on toast is something that we often eat here in the UK. Baked beans on toast. It is a very simple meal, quite convenient, very easy to do. All you have to do is open the tin, empty the tin into a saucepan, heat the beans, then you make your toast. You put your toast in the toaster, and then you put some butter on the toast, and then you pour the hot beans over the buttered toast. Oh, I'm so hungry. If you think about a popular English meal, or an English meal that many people will think about if you ask them, they will often say this: fish and chips. People will often say, Mr. Duncan, do you eat fish and chips? I don't eat fish and chips very often. However, this is a very popular type of meal if you are out and about. So when lockdown comes to an end and everyone can start buying their food and going into restaurants and cafes, you will find a lot of people will be walking around the streets holding in their hands some fish and chips. Ooh, and there you can see a lovely, delicious piece of fish and some freshly fried chips. Once again, potatoes, you see. I think it would be fair to say that potatoes and baked beans are they are both popular types of food. I know what's going to happen now. You're going to say, Mr. Duncan, all that talk of food has made me hungry. Well, not only you, but also me as well. I'm feeling hungry now. I really want to eat something, but I can't because I have to stand here and do this. It's not fair. It's an outrage. I like chips, says Mosen. Mohi Ali says fish and chips are very popular English food. Yes, it is a very popular meal. Over the years, fish and chips has become a very traditional meal, especially if you go away to the seaside. If you visit a coastal town here in the UK, a town that's near the sea, you will see lots of people walking around with fish and chips in their hand, eating fish and chips. Oh, my goodness. I have some food in here. Would you like to see what's in my box? In a moment, I will open my box and show you what is inside. It is something delicious, something sweet, something tasty. Still to come today, we have some unusual English words. Also, we are playing the sentence game connected to parts of the body. Ooh, ooh la la, Mr. Duncan, ooh la la. Or should I say, ooh la la. Hello to Raman. Nice to see you here today. A lot of people joining in. Why do you only eat meat and fish? Well, we sometimes eat vegetarian meals as well. There are many types of food that has no meat. But, as I said earlier, I think it would be fair to say that we are a nation of meat eaters. We do like eating meat. I don't eat as much meat as I used to. But when I was at home with my mum, my mother would often cook a meal with meat. So there would always be some meat in the meal. Hello to Corrie. Hello also to, can I say hello to Anna Pika? I had to work hard until now. I have a new job as a midwife. Really? So you are delivering babies. Babies. You are delivering babies, a midwife. I hope you are enjoying your new job. Great. But unfortunately, I come home late from work. However, I cannot miss your live stream, Mr. Duncan. Thank you very much to Anna Pika. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. We also have Vitas here as well. Hello, Vitas. You're late. Where have you been? Look, can't you see the time? It's 2:45. in the UK. I can't believe you are so late. Shocking. I am outraged. So let's have a look at one of my full English lessons. Cast your mind back many, many years. The first ever full English lesson. Here now we are going to see some excerpts from the first ever full English lesson that I made many, many years ago. And then we are back live. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. I'm very happy to meet you. Welcome to the very first edition of Mr. Duncan's Full English. Right here you will find many topics relating to the English language and how it is used, with new words and phrases along with lots of other super duper stuff as well, all crammed into each episode. Today's edition is what we call a pilot show. A pilot show is a program that has been made to test how well it works. You make a pilot show to see how the audience reacts to it. That is what I am doing today. But enough of that. Let's get on with the first ever Mr. Duncan's Full English right now. These are my socks. I have many pairs of socks. There is something wrong with this pair. Can you see the problem? These socks have holes in them. They are worn out. If something is worn out, then we can say that it is no longer useful. It has become damaged and useless. The thing has been used so many times it has become damaged. You can feel worn out too, if you are tired after working hard. I have had such a busy day. I'm worn out. Can you see the letter next to me? It is the letter Z. In British English, we usually call this the letter Z. In American English, this letter is pronounced Z, which can cause some confusion for those looking at the alphabet in other countries. Zack, zebra, zip, zither, zone, zoo, buzz, crazy, dazzle, doze, fizz, jazz, maze, nuzzle, Z or Z. Oh, blue socks, I knew you well, but lately you had started to smell. To part with you so soon makes me think, if you leave me now, will I miss your stink? The time has come, now you've worn thin, to throw you straight into the bin. My pair of blue socks, what will become of your soles, now that you are full of holes? Alas, blue socks, I knew you well, but I could no longer stand your smell. There it was. One of my full English lessons. In fact, that was the first ever full English lesson that I made many years ago, and yes, they are all available still on my YouTube channel. They are all still there for you to watch. I hope you are having a good day. The weekend is just around the corner. Yes, it's Friday, everyone. I have that Friday feeling. I hope you are feeling okay and happy. A lot of things still to come. We have our strange English words. We have the sentence game. We have an excerpt from one of my lessons all about senses. By the way, you can find all of the playlists under this video. So everything that I've ever made is under here. There are lots of links to my playlists under this video. All you have to do is go underneath, go to the description, and you will find all of my lovely playlists. Do you ever put vinegar? Why do you put vinegar on your chips and fish? Well, it gives them a little bit of flavour. Sometimes fish on its own can be a little bit bitter or sour. So fish sometimes needs a little bit of seasoning. Sometimes people put pepper on their fish, or maybe salt and vinegar. So if you go out and you buy some fish and chips, quite often you will put some salt and vinegar on both of those things. So you normally put salt and vinegar on the chips and the fish as well. Maybe also if you go to a very posh fish and chips shop, because that's what we call the place where they sell them, the fish and chips shop. It's not easy to say, fish and chip shop. If you go to a very posh one, they will also have lemon juice as well. Ooh, you can put some lemon juice on your fish and chips. So that was Full English number 1, the first one I ever made a long time ago. We are going to have a look at some unusual English words. I know a lot of you love studying new words, and today is no exception. We are going to have a look at some interesting words. Anna Pika, will today's sentence game be easy or difficult? Well, if it's too easy, then it's pointless. If it's too hard, also it will be pointless. So I always try to make it easy and hard. So some of them might be easy for some people, some might be hard or difficult for others. So we will see what happens anyway. All of the food that I showed you earlier, yes, you are right. It does contain a lot of calories. It is quite unhealthy. We always think of fish and chips as being an unhealthy meal, to be honest. So here we go. What is in my box? I did promise to show you, and here it is right now. Mr. Steve has bought some cakes. Wow, look at that. Look at those lovely cakes. Would you like a closer look? Fortunately, I have some video footage of these cakes. Would you like to have a look? Okay, here it is. Oh, yes. These are called iced buns. B-U-N-S. Iced buns. They are a type of cake. So you have a bread bun covered with icing sugar, which is a very sweet, very delicious, as far as I'm concerned anyway. I love icing sugar and I love icing. So that particular cake is called an iced bun. Iced bun. Isn't that lovely? Now, can I just say that Mr. Steve did not make this. He didn't make this cake. Before anyone says, oh, that's very clever, Mr. Steve. These were actually bought from the local bakery. So these are not Mr. Steve's cakes. He didn't bake them. For those who are wondering, these were actually bought this morning from Much Wenlock, the local bakery, and they are 100% fresh. Beautiful, delicious, fantastic, amazing. So many superlatives I want to use to describe that cake. So here we go then, some unusual English words as we come towards 3 o'clock. It is 5 minutes to 3 on a Friday afternoon. It is the 12th of June. We are already almost halfway through June. I can't believe it. This year is going by very quickly. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Here we go then. Here is our list of strange words for today. Strange English words. I will put them on the screen one by one, and then you can see. You can see the word. I will explain the meaning, and you can have some time to write down the word or maybe memorize it. Put it in your brain. Nice. The first word today, a strange English word, an unusual English word, is swagger. 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 If you have swagger, or maybe you do swagger, it means you strut. It is a way of walking, a way of moving as you walk. You strut. You swagger. Yeah, look at me coming down the road. I'm such a cool guy. I'm hip. I'm trendy, baby. I have lots of swagger. Look at this. Can you see me swaggering? Yeah. I need some music. I don't have any music. I need the theme tune to Saturday Night Fever, maybe. Swagger. 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 As you walk, you swagger. You swagger. I like that one. I like it a lot. Hello, Michael. Hello, also Barong. Hello, Barong. You are full of swag, Mr. Duncan. Swagger. It means the way you move. You strut. As you walk along, you swagger. Because I'm very trendy. Yes, all the kids, they say, Mr. Duncan, you are such a cool cat. Cool cat. You are such a cool dude. What? Here's another word, another very strange word. Unusual word. A weird word. Very strange. A very strange word. Manky. Something that is manky. Now, I think this is a great word because it sounds like the thing it's describing. Something that is old, something that has been used, something that is old and worn, maybe also something that is a little dirty, disgusting, something that is worn out. Maybe next week, after I've been wearing my face mask, maybe someone will say, "Oh, Mr. Duncan, your face mask, it is very manky because you've been wearing it a lot." Manky. Something is manky. It describes the appearance of something that is quite old, worn out. Something a bit manky. Keep your face mask away from me. It's gone manky. Ugh. Horrible. Smatter. Oh, I like this one. Smatter. Smatter. You can also say smattering. Smattering. So this describes a small amount of something. You just have a smattering of something, or smatter. It means a small amount, not too much, just a little bit, a smatter, or we can say smattering. If you have information or knowledge, however, you don't have much, you just have certain bits of information about a certain subject. So you are not knowledgeable, however, you have a smattering of information or knowledge. So you are not an expert, however, you do know some things. You have a smattering. Smattering. It's interesting that, isn't it? Smattering. Can someone be a swagger as a noun? I don't think I've ever heard a person described as a swagger, to be honest. Here's another one relating to something that appears real or is presented as a real thing or genuine. However, it is not. It is not. Something that exists, maybe it is in the real world, however, it is unreal. Quasi, or quasi. So there are many ways of describing this. This is normally used as a prefix before another word. So something that exists and it appears real, or maybe something that is there but is not real. Quasi or quasi. So you might have quasi-science or quasi-science. Science that is presented, however, in the real world, it does not hold up. If you look at it carefully, you realise it isn't real, or it isn't worth listening to. Quasi. Interesting. I like that word. So this is often used as a prefix, something that is there, it is in reality, but it's not actually real or genuine. Quasi. Hello Corrie. Hello also Roxy. Nice to see you here as well. Hello also Artsby says, can you have a manky donkey? I suppose so. I suppose you can have a manky donkey. Manky donkey, I suppose so. Something that is manky. Maybe the donkey has been sitting in the field for too long. My English is quasi-perfect, or maybe quasi-English. So in English, or a form of English that is not observed or not accepted. However, it is something that exists. Are these formal or informal words? Most of these are formal, or they are used often in English. So you will find a lot of these words are used in English. They are used a lot in English. We have, did I miss one? Scupper is the next word. Scupper. Scupper. If you spoil something, if you ruin something for another person, you scupper. You put something in the way of another person to stop them from doing something. You scupper that person's plans. Scupper. I believe also the word scupper is a noun that means part of a boat. So do you know on the deck of a boat, the area that you walk on, quite often you will see some small holes. So when the water goes over the edge of the deck, it will then wash away through these holes. And if I remember rightly, I think those are called scuppers. I might be wrong there. I'm sure someone will correct me. But a scupper, I think it's also the holes that are around the side of a deck on a ship. So if the water goes over the edge and onto the deck, the water will then wash away back down the side of the boat. I think so. Here's another one. Oh, I like this one. Here's a word that describes an atmosphere or a feeling. Maybe if you go into an old house and the house is falling to pieces, it is old, maybe the rain has been coming in, and you might describe the house as dark and dank. Dank. Something that is dark, dismal, damp, maybe a little dirty. So something that is very damp. An environment, maybe an old house that you've walked into, and it's all old and damp. The water has come in. It is dank. Dank. I like that. Dank. Dank. It sounds like an Australian saying my name. G'day, Dank. Here's another one. We are looking at some unusual English words. Some strange English words that do exist in the English language. Here is another one. Maybe you've seen this word before. I don't know. Perhaps you've seen this word in the past. If you are squeamish, squeamish. A person who is squeamish. A person who has a certain sensitivity to maybe a thing that they see, or maybe something they observe. You are squeamish. If you see a certain thing, you will feel afraid or maybe sick. Some people feel very squeamish about blood. If they see blood, it will make them feel very unwell, very upset. They don't like it. They don't like to see it. They are squeamish. Squeamish. I love that word. Squeamish. If you don't like watching horror films, maybe you don't like watching scary movies, maybe if there is a lot of violence or maybe a lot of blood, people are being injured in certain ways. Perhaps you don't like watching horror movies, scary movies. You can say that you feel squeamish. I'm sorry, I can't watch scary movies, horror movies. I'm a little squeamish when it comes to watching horror films. How about watching an operation take place? Maybe if you are watching a documentary on television and they are showing an actual operation taking place, a person is having an operation done on them. So now we will make an incision and we will go inside and we will start to have a little play around in there. I've got it. That sort of thing. Maybe you don't like watching operations take place. You can say that you are squeamish. Ugh. Oh, I can't watch that. I'm sorry. Oh no. I'm a little squeamish. Hello to we're having some interesting conversations here today on the live chat. Kankana. Sorry, but we are at 161 on the live chat and only 90 likes. Well, I suppose this would be a good opportunity to ask if you would like to give me a thumbs up, maybe? Like and subscribe? Yeah, give me a like. There it is. There is the thumb. Or subscribe. Thumbs up, subscribe. Yes. Give me a thumb to show that you care. And maybe you can like and also share. Isn't that nice? I think that's a great idea. We are talking about strange English words. Squeamish was our previous word. Here is another one. Sometimes you have to do something in a hurry. Sometimes you have to do it on the spot. Sometimes you have to just create something very quickly without warning. You do it straight away. You do it on demand or as it is required. Ad hoc. Wow. What a strange word. It is a real word, ad hoc. You do something as required. So you don't plan, you do it, you improvise maybe, you do it on the run, or maybe you do it on the fly. You do it ad hoc. Ad hoc. It's an interesting one, that is. I like that one. We have one more, and then we have an excerpt from one of my many lessons. Here's another one. I like this one. This is a nice one to end with. Diddle. 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 It's a lovely word. Diddle. If you diddle someone, it means you deceive them. Maybe you trick them into giving you money. You diddle. You swindle someone. You get money, or you get something from another person by lying to them. You diddle them. Diddle. So you are not honest, you are not being truthful. Maybe you sell a car, but the car is old and worn out. But you say that the car is in very good condition, and you get the person to pay you money, a lot of money. You diddle that person. You diddle them. You diddle that person. Diddle. I like that word. So as you can see, there are some strange words in the English language, and they are all over the place. There are many strange English words. We will look at some more strange English words next week, next Friday. And of course, I will be with you back on Sunday as well. Once again, for those who aren't sure, you can find me on Sunday, Wednesday and Friday from 2 p.m. UK time. That is when I'm on. We're going to have a little break. I hope you are enjoying today's full live English Addict stream every Sunday, Wednesday, Friday. Don't forget to give me a like as well. In fact, you can do that right now because we are about to look at one of my English lessons. And this is an English lesson that I made way back in 2013, all about senses, the senses that we all have, or most of us have, the senses. Most people believe that we have 5. Some people believe that we have more than 5. This is an excerpt from one of my lessons, and you can find the full lesson underneath this video. So this is just an excerpt. This is just some little bits from my English lesson all about senses.
Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? I hope so. In today's lesson, we will be taking a close look at the 5 natural abilities that many of us have, which help us to safely carry out tasks and live our daily lives without coming to harm. Some of us have all of these abilities, while others do not. In this lesson, we are going to talk about our senses.
To see, to touch, to hear, to feel helps me connect with what is real. To taste, to smell, oh what sweet bliss, those 5 great senses I'd surely miss.
The word sense relates to the connection between the individual and the world around them. The senses of the body help to make this happen. There are 5 senses in all. sight, which relates to seeing, hearing, which relates to the processing of sound, taste, which helps to determine the flavour of something in the mouth, touch, which gives us a physical connection with the things around us, and finally, smell, which provides us with the ability to detect odour. These are the 5 senses that help us all to make sense of this crazy world. You have probably noticed that my sense of sight is not as good as it should be. My eyesight is bad. We can use the words good and bad to describe the condition of any of our senses. My eyesight is very bad. So bad, in fact, that I must wear spectacles or glasses to correct or put my poor eyesight right. My glasses help me to see things clearly, so they are not blurred. I am short-sighted, which means that I can only see near objects clearly. Distant objects appear blurry and unclear. There is an operation that you can have now to correct your eyesight, but I will not have it done. I like wearing glasses, as they have become a part of both my appearance and character. They say that people who wear glasses look intelligent and clever. What do you think? The human ear is not as sensitive to noise as other animals, but it can still detect many frequencies of sound. Some people have very acute or sharp hearing. This means that they are good at hearing distant or high-pitched sounds. As we grow older, our hearing diminishes. A large proportion of people will partially lose or lose their hearing completely in old age. Did you know that besides processing sound, your ears provide another useful purpose? The inner part of your ear allows you to keep your balance. The part of your inner ear called the semicircular canals are tiny tubes filled with liquid that help you to tell which way up you are. This important part of the ear helps you to stand up straight and keep your balance. They even help you to walk upright without falling over. Can you remember what this is? Yes, it's a kissing gate. Sadly, I'm all alone today. There's nobody with me to give me a kiss. Poor Mr. Duncan. Where would we be without our sense of smell? Well, I would not be able to appreciate the sweet scent of this lilac tree for a start. In the wild, the sense of smell is a very useful thing to have. Animals with a keen or good sense of smell can easily detect their enemies by sensing their scent or odour, sometimes over very long distances. The human sense of smell is not as sensitive as it is in other animals, but it is still a very useful sense, as it plays an important role in the sense of taste, or more precisely, when we are enjoying the flavour of something. In fact, without smell, we would not be able to enjoy the food we eat as much as we do. Without smell, there would be no flavour for us to enjoy. The word touch can be used in more than one way. We can use touch to mean contact in a non-physical way. You get in touch with someone. This means that you contact them. You can lose touch with someone. This means that you do not contact them anymore. You have lost contact with them. There is a phrase, touch base, which is often used in business to mean catch up or talk about what is happening. We will meet up tomorrow for lunch so we can touch base. Then there is out of touch, which means that a person has little knowledge of current trends and modern innovations. They are behind the times. They are out of touch.
There it was. I hope you enjoyed that. One of my many lessons, and that was an excerpt from the lesson I made all about the senses, the human senses. There are 5, even though some people believe there is an extra one that allows us to contact the other side. I'm back. Yes, we are live on a Friday, 21 minutes past 3 it is now, here in England. I don't know what time it is where you are because I'm not there, you see. I'm not there at all. Some people might say that's a good thing. Please yourself. Please yourself. Thank you very much for joining me, and we have the sentence game coming up very shortly. By the way, if you want to have live captions, this is something I keep forgetting. You can actually have live captions. All you have to do is press C on your keyboard if you are watching on your computer. So press C on your keyboard. Don't put it on the live chat. You don't have to enter it on the live chat. Just take your finger and press C on your keyboard. That's all you have to do, and then you will have live captions. You can also activate captions on your mobile device as well. If you go to the settings that are normally up there in the corner of the screen, you can activate the captions as well. Isn't it amazing? I love technology so much. Here we go then. We are now going to have a look at something else that we do from time to time, something that has become very popular over the past 3 or 4 weeks. It is time to play the sentence game. The sentence game, very popular, especially where you are at the moment. It is very simple. I'm going to show you some sentences, and what I want you to do is to tell me what the words are that are missing. Today, something a little different. Something different today. I always like to change things slightly. Today we have words that are missing. However, they all have one thing in common, and that is that they are connected with body parts. Ooh, Mr. Duncan. Ooh la la. I wonder what parts of the body we are going to explore. I don't know. Ask me again at 4 o'clock and then I will tell you. Hello to everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. So now we are going to play the sentence game, and I'm going to show you some sentences one by one. And don't worry, I will give you plenty of time to think and also put the answer to the missing word. Whatever the missing word is, you can put it in place. Okay, so I will show you first of all the first sentence. Can we have the first sentence on the screen right now? And the missing words are all connected to the human body. They are all parts of the body. Here is the first one. What is the answer to this? I will give you a second or two. I will let you answer the question. Don't worry, I'm not going to rush you. The sentence game, it is a body part. We are going to something up, a new task force. We are going to something up, a new task force. Hello, Risa. Hello also, Marilda. Hi, Marilda. Nice to see you here. We are talking about parts of the body. So this word is actually part of the body. Part of the body. We have Jamelia. We also have Mosen. We have Miguel. Hello, Miguel. Miguel, thank you very much. Face, says Diana. And Leandro says take. The word take is not part of the body. Unfortunately, we are going to what? What are we going to do? I wonder. Well, what are we going to do with this? Can you tell me, please, Mr. Duncan? Can you please tell me? I will tell you right now what we are going to do. Jamelia says back. We are going to back up a new task force. That is actually a very good answer. If you back up something, it means you support something. You back up something. You support, or maybe you join in with the support of maybe a group, an organisation, or maybe a person's opinion. You back up that person's opinion. You support them. So that is actually quite good. It isn't the one that I have here. It is not the word that I have here. We are going to hand up a new task force. That really isn't used in English. We don't normally say hand up, as in this particular word. So what we are saying here is create. We are going to create or form something. We are going to get together and create a new task force. A group of people who are committed to doing a certain thing in a certain way. Task force. The word that is missing, I will show you. So now you have an idea of how the game is played. We are going to something up a new task force. What is the answer, I hear you ask? Well, ding! Yes, head. The missing word is head. We are going to head up a new task force. If you head up something, it means you form, you create. You are going to get together. You are going to head up. You are going to organise something. We are going to head up a new task force. We are going to meet with people and we are going to create a new task force. You might find a task force in maybe a certain political party or in government. So a task force is a group of people who will often undertake the running or the observation or maybe the rulings of a certain type of thing. You can have a police task force. So maybe a group of police who are doing a certain task in a certain way. We are going to head up a new task force. So in this sense, head up means create, form, get together and create something. Head up. We are going to head up a new task force. So now you get the idea. I think so. I think now we are getting somewhere. The sentence game connected with body parts. Parts of the human body. Thank you also to Mohsen and also English with Akshat. Also Racer. Can it be head without up? We are going to head. I suppose if you are in charge of something, we can use the word head to mean you are in charge or you have authority. So you can head something. Head often means organise as maybe the leader or the person in charge. I will head the task force. And by that, I'm saying that I am going to be in charge or head up, organise. So head up is to organise. If you head something, it quite often means you are in charge or you are in authority. You are the head of the task force. Hello, Feden. Hello also Ernesto, who says hand. Unfortunately, it is not that. Not this time anyway. Here's another one. Would you like to have a look at another one? Okay, here's another. This is a sentence. We are playing the sentence game on a Friday afternoon in England. And can you something that hammer? Can you something me that hammer? It is a question. I am asking for something. It is a request. I am asking for something. Hello, Feden. Hello also, Lolly Lolly. Nice to see you back as well. I know you all have lots of things going on in your life at the moment. So many of you are busy right now. Some people preparing to go back to work. Some people preparing to step outside after being in the house for a long time. Interesting. The answers are now coming through. Oh, I see. Hello, Husna. Hello, also Lil. Hello, Vitas. A lot of correct answers. I think this one might be easy. Some of the ones that I'm going to show you in a few moments are not easy. So I will warn you now that some of these are going to be hard. They are going to be quite hard. Hello, Anderson. Anderson Zapata. I like your name, Zapata. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Zudzika says throw. Can you throw me that hammer? I don't think throwing a hammer is a very good idea, to be honest. So we are actually asking someone to give the hammer. Can you give me that hammer? However, there is also another word that you can use as well. Instead of give, you can say bing, do. Hand. Can you hand me that hammer? Can you give me that hammer? So we use the word hand to mean give. Can you hand me the hammer? Can you hand me that hammer? I want that hammer. Can you hand it to me? So the missing word there, it is a body part. Hand. Hand. I hope you got it. A lot of people asking, oh, Feden says why? Well, when you give something, you use your hand. So to hand something is to give something, because quite often when you give something, you use your hand. Hand. So the missing word there is hand. Another body part. We are looking at the sentence game today. Can you borrow me that hammer? We don't say borrow if we are giving. We say lend. So a lot of people make a mistake with lend and borrow. Borrow is when you take something temporarily. Lend is when you give something temporarily. So I might lend you some money, or I might borrow some money from you. So lend, borrow, lend, borrow. So that is the easiest way of remembering those two words. You lend, borrow. Lend, borrow. Here's another one. Oh, we only have 23 minutes. 23 minutes left. I can't believe it. Time flies when you're having fun. That's all I can say. Here's another one then. Are you ready? Here it is. It's on your screen right now. Oh, Pedro is here. Pedro Belmont is here today. There's only 24 minutes left, but thank you for joining me. Tamara is here. If you throw a hammer, you might kill someone. Yes, never throw hammers at people. It's probably worth remembering that. I can't believe I'm having to say that, but please don't throw hammers at each other. I can't believe I've just said that. The sentence game, you haven't got a something to stand on. You haven't got a something to stand on. Oh, the answers now are coming through. Feet. You haven't got a feet to stand on. Miguel. Also, Reza, Feden. A lot of correct answers coming through. It is not feet. You haven't got a feet to stand on. We don't normally say you haven't got a foot to stand on. So this is not normally what we use. There is another word. Quite a few people are getting it right. The word is leg. Leg. You haven't got a leg to stand on. You haven't got a leg to stand on. The word is leg. Missing word. And this is actually a phrase that we use in English. If a person has no chance of winning or succeeding, you can say, you haven't got a leg to stand on. You have not got a leg to stand on. This expression means you haven't got any chance. Your chances are zero. Zero chances of success. I'm sorry, but you haven't got a leg to stand on, unfortunately. Zero chance. You haven't got a leg to stand on. Maybe you are taking your next door neighbour to court because sometimes he throws rubbish over your fence. However, you can't prove that your neighbour is doing it. You can't prove it. So someone might say, don't go to court No, Mr. Duncan, don't do it. Don't go to court, because we know that you haven't got a leg to stand on. It means you have no way of winning that. You have no way of winning that case. You have no chance. You haven't got a leg to stand on. So now I hope you are seeing why we are doing what we are doing. These are all body parts. However, they are also sentences that we can use every day in English. Here's another one. Are you ready for another body part missing word? We are playing the sentence game. I like this one. I don't know why. Earlier, when I wrote this down earlier, it made me laugh. I had a little chuckle. I don't know why. Why should I stick my something out for you? So this also is an expression. Why should I stick my out for you? Ooh la la. Why should I stick my something out for you? I will give you a chance to answer. I will give you a chance to type your answers. Why should I stick my something out for you? Does anyone know the answer? Does anyone know the answer to the question? We are playing the sentence game. Why should I stick my something out for you? So this is an expression. I knew this would happen. Mary Arnoza says, why should I stick my butt out for you? Why should I stick my butt out for you? But. B-U-T-T. It's another way of saying bottom. Bottom. But. Why should I stick my butt out for you? I suppose in American English you might use that, you see. If you stick your butt out for someone, or maybe if you do something that is helping another person. However, it is putting you in danger. So you are helping someone, however, you are also putting yourself at risk as well. So that is what the sentence means. You can stick your butt out for someone. Also, and this is the answer that I have, the answer I have is ding, bing bong, boop-a-doop-a-doo. The answer is neck. Neck. Why should I stick my neck out for you? Why should I stick my neck out for you? If you stick your neck out for someone, it means you are helping them. However, you are also putting yourself in danger. You are helping someone, but you might also cause harm to yourself. You are going out of your way to help someone. You are going to stick your neck out for someone. I always remember in Star Wars, C-3PO was getting really angry at R2-D2, and he was asking, why I always stick my neck out for you is beyond my capacity. As you have noticed, I am a Star Wars fan. So C-3PO says, why I should stick my neck out for you is beyond my capacity. That is actually a line from Star Wars. So if you stick your neck out for someone, it means you do something, you stick your neck out, you put yourself in danger by Why should I stick my neck out for you? It's a good, I like that one. Neck. Neck. Some people have long necks. My neck is quite long. I have a long neck. Some people have very short necks. Their head sometimes looks as if it's sitting on their shoulders all the time because their neck is very short. However, some people have very long necks. My neck is long, but not as long as a giraffe. Why should I stick my neck out for you? Why should I stick my neck out for you? Why should I put myself in danger to help you? Great. It's a good one. I like that. I like it a lot. We have another 15 minutes before we go. Ooh. Would you like another one? Okay, then we are playing the sentence game. It's Friday. The weekend is just around the corner. Here is another one just for you. Oh, it's very tiny. So this is very tiny writing. I hope you can see this because it's a very long sentence. You must something the line here, or they will give you the cold something. Oh, we have 2 words. It's exciting, isn't it? I'm very excited about this. You must something the line here, or they will give you the cold something. By the way, there is another expression in American English. You might put your ass on the line for someone. You might put your ass on the line. So that is the expression that relates to the one that we just had. You must something the line here, or they will give you the cold something. These are both parts of the body. Andrew Margie, hello Andrew. Riza says, I have no idea. Hello to Joyanta. Sutradar. Hello Joyanta. Nice to see you here today. Welcome to my lovely live stream. Oh, Sergio is here. Hello, Sergio. I didn't see you. You crept in. You came in silently into my live chat. You crept in. Creep. You creep in. You crept in. Past tense. Past tense, you see. You must something the line here, or they will give you the cold something. What? Mauricio says hand and eye. You must hand the line, or they will give you the cold eye. Mary says face and eyes. You must face the line here, or they will give you the cold eyes. Well, I suppose you can give someone a cold stare or a cold look. That's my cold stare. Did you like it? But in this sentence, it is not right. It is not correct. It is not correct. Hello, Sandra. Cold and back. Cold and back. You must cold the line here, or they will give you the cold back. Cold feet. Cold feet. If you have cold feet, that is an idiom that means to lose your courage. You change your mind. Maybe you are about to do something, but at the last moment, you get cold feet. You decide to change your mind. You become very reluctant to do something. So first of all, you say, I will do it. But then you get cold feet. And then you change your mind. So that is what cold feet means. However, in this particular sentence, we are not using cold feet. Something else. Hello, Kem. Hello also, Lolly Lolly. I've lost one of my words, by the way. One of my words has disappeared. Oh, there it is. I can find it's here. Don't worry. Don't panic. I've found it. So we have two words missing. You must toe the line here, or they will give you the cold shoulder. You must toe the line here. Toe the line means you must obey the rules. You must follow all of the rules strictly. You must follow the rules. You have to agree with what you are told to do. If you toe the line, you toe the line, you take your instructions. You must toe the line here, or they will give you the cold shoulder. Cold shoulder means ignore someone. If you give someone the cold shoulder, it means you ignore someone. You give them the cold shoulder. You exclude them. You push them away. No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to talk to you. I'm giving you the cold shoulder. You must toe the line here. So the answer is toe and shoulder. You must toe the line here, or they will give you the cold shoulder. They will ignore you. Toe the line. You must follow the rules and the instructions. You must follow them. We are going in, oh my goodness, in 8 minutes. Around 8 minutes I will be going. Oh, it's gone very fast. It's gone very quickly today, don't you think? 2 hours. Here's another one. We are playing the sentence game. Are you ready? This might be the last one. This might be the last one. She has a something for finding a bargain. She has a something for finding a bargain. So this is an expression that can be used if you have a good sense of seeing, understanding, or maybe something you are good at searching for. If you are very good at searching for something and finding things, this expression can be used. Oh, Luis Mendez. Hello, Luis. Luis Mendez is here today. I'm so excited to see you here. Luis Mendez. Nice to see you back again. It's great to see you. Thank you very much for joining in. We are going soon, but it is always nice to see you here, Luis. She has a something for finding a bargain. I think many people next week, because the shops are opening on Monday. Next Monday, the shops are going to open their doors again. I believe in Ireland, I think today in Ireland, it started today. So as I understand in Ireland, Northern Ireland, I think the shops reopened today. However, here in England, they are reopening on Monday, next Monday. She has a something for finding a bargain. Michael says feet. English says eye or nose. Lolly Lolly says nose. Also Percy. Hello Percy. Percy Gamboa says eye. Eye. We are talking about body parts, and there is a body part in this sentence. Well, in fact, you might have a choice of two. We can say that you have a hello Jai Sakli, also Guri Sad, also Aswin. Beatrice says eye or nose. A part of the body. Well, you have a choice of two. Eye. She has an eye. Now, I know someone is going to say, Mr. Duncan, you have, the grammar is wrong. It should be an eye. Well, the reason why the grammar is wrong is because my choice was actually nose. She has a nose for finding a bargain. So that is actually the answer that I had. And that's the reason why it says she has a nose. She has a nose for finding a bargain. However, we can also say she has an eye. An eye. So there, instead of a, you will have an. An. She has an eye for finding a bargain. Or, as I said, so my answer was nose. She has a nose for finding a bargain. A person who is good at finding things. Maybe a person who understands a certain subject and they are very good at finding things related to that subject. Maybe a person is interested in collecting antiques, old furniture, and they are very good at finding good bargains. You might say they have a nose for finding a bargain. Or you can say she has an eye for finding a bargain. So there are the choices, the answers for that one. I think we have time for one more. Would you like one more before I go? One more? Yes or no? Would you like to have another? Would you? One more? And then I'm going? It's okay, I can wait. It's all right. I'm in no hurry. Although I am hungry. Hello, Gory Sad. Hello, sir. Hello, Gory. Nice to see you here as well. Rashad is here. Also, we have... Oh, Miguel says, yes, Mr. Duncan, we want another one. Can we have another one? Yes, okay then. Sandra Gonzalez says, yes, one more. Okay, one more, and then I'm out of here. I'm going to sling my hook in a few moments. Here is one more then. Let's have a look. I'm going to find a hard one to finish with. Just a moment. Ah. Yes. Oh, yes. What? Yes, okay then. Okay. Yes. Okay, we will have this one before we finish. Here is the final one, and then we're going. I find the busy roads quite something raising to drive on. I find the busy roads quite something raising to drive on. There it is. So that is the final one today, the final sentence game for this Friday, the 12th of June, 2020. I really can't wait for this year to end. And I have my face mask here. Look, my face mask is ready. Although I still think this might be Mr. Steve's underpants. I'm not sure. This looks like something Mr. Steve might wear on the beach. So this is my face mask. This has been sent to me by the government. This came from Boris Johnson. He sent it to me personally. Isn't that amazing? Here we go then. I find the busy roads quite something raising to drive on. This is the last one before I go. Ear says aboranad. Heart. We have heart. We have ear. We have Zuzika who says elbow. Elbow raising. Heart raising. Intriguing. Is the answer heart? Aswin says, is the answer heart? The answer is actually not heart. Ooh. Controversial. Yes, please. Please don't become outraged. Mohi says, yes, 2020 has been a very strange year. The answer is not heart. It is not heart. Ooh. Rashad says adrenaline. That's a good answer. Adrenaline. So when you have an adrenaline rush in your body, the adrenaline goes around your body and it makes your heart go faster. Your breathing becomes deeper. So quite often we have adrenaline, and that allows our body to do something very quickly without warning. Maybe if you have to run away from a large grizzly bear, you will have a rush of adrenaline, and that will allow you to run away quickly. But it is not adrenaline. It is not adrenaline. I will find the answer in a moment. Here it is. The answer. I find the busy roads quite something raising to drive on. I think this might be one you've never seen before. I have a feeling it might be a new one. The answer is, I find the busy roads quite something raising to drive on. The answer is bing bong. Hair. Hair. I find the busy roads quite hair-raising to drive on. If something is hair-raising, it means it is exciting or maybe dangerous or scary. So some people might say, I don't like driving on the fast roads. I find it quite hair-raising. So you might say thrill, a thrilling experience, or maybe a slightly scary experience, something that makes you feel afraid, a little nervous when you are doing. Whew. The journey back was hair-raising. It was a little terrifying. Hair-raising. So, yes, that is it. That is an expression that we use in English. Something is hair-raising. It is slightly scary, frightening. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I hope today's English Addict has not been too hair-raising for you. Yeah. So there it is. The answer to the final one. I find the busy roads quite hair-raising to drive on. Thank you very much for your company, by the way. Thank you very much for your company. Who could think of it? Says Sergio. I don't know. Well, sometimes the answer is just waiting, you see. Sometimes the answer is waiting to be found. It doesn't mean that everyone has the answer. Sometimes the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Thank you very much for your company today. Thank you, Sasha. Thank you, Artsby. It's been an interesting 2 hours. I've been here for 2 hours and 3 minutes. Can't believe it. I will see you on Sunday. Yes, I am back on Sunday. For those who are wondering when I'm back, the answer is Sunday. I'm back with you on Sunday from 2 p.m. UK time, and there it is now on the screen. Sunday, Wednesday, Friday is when I am on. By the way, you are more than welcome to send a little donation as well, because I do all of this for free. It costs you nothing, and also I give all my time for free. So if you want to give a small donation, small or large, maybe you have recently won the lottery and you don't know what to do with all that money, you can make a small donation and help my work continue forever and ever and ever. And also please give me a like as well before you go, before I end. Give me a thumbs up and say, yeah, I like it. I like what you are doing, Mr. Duncan. Keep it up. Thanks for your company. Thank you, Valeria. Thank you, Yasia. Thank you, Mika. Thank you also, Bad Liar. Bad Liar asks, why don't you do this every day? There is a good reason why. Because if I did it every day, I think I would need to go to hospital pretty quickly. Because it would be very tiring. It is very tiring doing this for 2 hours. Imagine doing this every day. In fact, I did. A couple of months ago, I did this every day. Can you believe it? So not last month. During May, I did a live stream every day. It nearly destroyed me, to be honest. See you later. Catch you later. Thank you very much. Thank you to Barong. Thank you, Michael, Kem, Dogan. Thank you, Corey. I hope you've enjoyed it. Lots of things to watch. You can watch this again later if you missed it. And you can have captions later on. They will be there forever. Maria, thank you very much. Thank you, Aboranad. Thank you very much for your company. Thank you, Corey. See you later. I hope you have a good Friday. And can I also wish you a very good Saturday. Have a good weekend. I hope you have a nice time. The weather here is going to be awful this weekend, apparently. They're going to have a lot of rain. Thank you, Vitas. Thank you also to Mosen, Mauricio, Charlie. Thank you, Charlie. See you later. Thank you, Valor, Valentin, Parisa, Feden, and also Corey again. Berlim for you. Hello, Berlim. I haven't seen you for a while. Pachu, thank you very much. I am definitely going now before I collapse on the floor from hunger, because I am very hungry. See you on Sunday, 2 p.m. UK time, and Mr. Steve will be here as well on Sunday. Until the next time we meet, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Take care, stay safe, stay happy. Keep that smile on your face. And of course, ta-ta for now.